Well, yeah, something different. So we're going to sing a couple of bhajans. Hari Bol. Let's see. I can't see it. So is it okay? Can you read it? Should it be bigger? You got anyone who's got their phone, it's on your phone in the group. Let's see, here we are. Okay, so devotees, first of all, so where did our Ravindra Swarup go? What? All right. No, I'll translate the song and take 5 minutes. Okay. Go for it. All right, devotees. So I assume, can you see? Is the whole song there? There is no translation for this. Lala Samai Prarthana? You don't have that song?
No, the translation.
There isn't? Well, yeah, I'm going to just sort of translate it myself. Because I've sung it so many times. I know what it means. Okay, so here's the song, devotees. And I'll explain a little more as we, after we sing it. But first of all, let me just tell you basically how it translates. It's pretty simple, really. Gauranga bolite habe pulaka sharir. Hari Hari bolite nayani babenia. Means when I chant the name Gauranga, will my hair stand on end? And when I chant Hari Hari, will tears come from my eyes? Yeah. Arkabe Nitai Chandya Karuna Hoibe. When will Lord Nityananda give me his mercy? Well, no, actually. Samsara Vasana Mor Kabe Tuchahabe. When Lord Nityananda gives me his mercy, I will know, because my attachments to material existence will become insignificant. Tucha means just insignificant. Vishaya Chariya Kabe Shuddha Habe Mana. When will I become free from sense gratification and have a completely pure mind? Kabe Hama Heraba Sri Vrindavan. Then at that time I'll be able to enter Vrindavan. Rupa Raghunatha Pade Hoibe Akuti. When I get the mercy of the lotus feet of Rupa and Raghunath, Kabe Hama Bujabose Yugala Piriti, then I'll be able to understand the loving relationship of Srimati Radharani and Lord Krishna. Rupa Raghunatha Pade Rahu Mor Asha. To get the dust from, the mercy from the lotus feet of Rupa and Raghunath Goswamis, That is my desire. Prarthana karoye sada, Narottam Das. That is the constant prayer of Narottam Das. Think you got it? More or less? Okay, we'll go into it a little bit more after we've sung it, but that's the basic idea, just so you have some idea what you're singing. Where did the mridanga player go? Maybe I have to incarnate as the mridanga player. But I'm hoping, devotees, we can do this on a regular basis because it's nice. It's a very important part of our culture. You could say culture, but you could just say very important part of being a devotee. Oh, should I use this? Yes, that's right. And not this. Thank you. Just hope this thing will go in. Oh, no, it won't. I'll have to hold it. It's all right. Okay, so here we go, devotees. Fasten seat belts and let's just get into it. Should be closer, yeah? No. Okay, here we go. Gauranga balite habe pulaka sharira Hari Hari balite na Nayane Babenira Gauranga balite habe Polaka sharira Hari Hari balite na Yane Babenira Gauranga balite habe Polaka sharira Hari Hari balite na Yane Babenira Politena Yane Babenira Akabenita Chande Karuna Be Samsara Vasana Mora Kabe tu chabe Nitai Chande Karuna Be Samsara Vasana Mora Kabe tu chabe Akabenita Chander Karuna Be samsara vasanamora kabe tu chabe nitai chander karuna haibe samsara vasanamora kabe tu chabe vishaya chariya kabe Shuddha be mana kabe hamaheraba Sri Vrindavana Chariya kabe Shuddha be mana kabe hamaheraba Sri Vrindavana Vishaya chariya kabe Shuddha be mana kabe hamaheraba Sri Vrindavana Chariya kabe mana kabe hamaheraba Sri Vrindavana Rupa Raghunatha Apade Haibe Akoti Kabe Hamabujabose Yugala Perete Nathapade Haibe Akoti Kabe Hamabujabose Yugala Perete Rupa Raghunatha Apade Haibe Akoti Kabe Hamabujabose Yugala Perete Haibe Akoti Kabe Hamabujabose Yugala Perete Rupa Raghunatha Pade Rahomora Shara Prarthana Karoye Sada Narottama Dasa Nathapade Rahomora Shah Prarthana Karoye Sada Narottama Dasa Rupa Raghunatha Pade Rahomora Shah Prarthana karoye sada Narottama dasa Gunatha pade Rahomora shara Prarthana karoye sada Narottama dasa Gauranga bolite habe Pulaka sharira Hari Hari bolitena Yane babenira Tehabe Pulaka sharira Hari Hari bolitena Yane babenira Gauranga bolite habe Pulaka sharira Hari Hari bolitena Yane babenira Sharira Hari Hari bolitena Yane babenira Jai Gora Nitai 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 Gora Nitai Jai Gora Nitai Jai Nitai Gauranga Nitai Gauranga Nitai Gauranga Jai Nitai Gauranga Jai Nitai Gauranga Nitai Gauranga Nitai Gauranga Jai Nitai Gauranga Jai Sachinandana, Jai Sachinandana, Jai Sachinandana, Jai Sachinandana. Jai Sachinandana, Jai Sachinandana, Jai Sachinandana, Jai Sachinandana. Jai Jai Prabhupada, 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 Prabhupada. Jai Jai Prabhupada, 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 Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. It's a bit too loud. Srila Narottam Das Thakur ki. So, devotees, this song, first of all, it's from a collection of, well, from a song book songbook, actually, by Narottam Das Thakur, which is called Prarthana. And Prarthana means prayers. So it's a collection of, it's something like, I think 35 or so prayers. It's something like that, including some we know, like this one we know, but it includes also Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Daya Karamore, that famous song that we sometimes sing in front of the deities, deity greeting time. It includes that song. It includes Radha Krishna Pranamore, Yugala Kishore, that's a very beautiful song. That's in there also. And various others, as I said, 30-something. And they're all prayers, meaning prayers in the sense that Narottam Das Thakur is praying for mercy in different ways, all sorts of different ways. You could say different types of mercy, from the association of devotees. There's one song about, well, there's a few songs about Vrindavan wanting some mercy there. So this particular song, famous song actually, Lala Samai Prarthana, it's a prayer for Lala Samai. Lala Samai basically means eagerness, or it's a prayer in a mood of eagerness for mercy in different ways. So let's just I'll go through it a little more detail, not a lot, through verse by verse. So first, and it is the first song in the book, in Prarthana. It's the very first song, yeah. So, yeah, and this is, you could say it's sort of the underlying theme of the whole book, this eagerness, this mood of prayer for mercy, for progress. So, yeah, first verse, he's praying, when will I actually become advanced in Krishna's? That's the basic idea. So that my hairs on my body will stand on end. Tears will come from my eyes. My hairs will stand on end when I chant the name of Gauranga. And tears will come from my eyes. Nayane means eyes. And Pulaka, Sharira means the body, and Pulaka means the hairs on the body. So, yeah, so when will tears come from my eyes when I chant Hari, Hari? So that's the first point he's raising in the whole book. When, and the essence of that is, when will I become advanced? And then the second verse, Arkabe Nitai Chandir Karuna Hoibe, Samsara Vasana Mor Kabe Tuchahabe. When will I know? How will I know? Or when? It's actually, when will I know? Kabe means when. When will I know that Lord Nityananda has given me his mercy, Karuna? When will I know? Well, I will know when samsara vasana, mora, my samsara vasana, kabe tuchahabe. Vasana, or samsara vasana, it's a very interesting concept. Samsara vasana means the basic attachments, attractions, or even more actually, impressions impressions, but the idea is impressions, things which are in me on the basis of which I'm caught in samsara. So the idea of samsara vasana, you can say it's material desire. You can say that, but it's material desire on a deeper level. Like all of the humans here, they're all attracted to, the typical things, the opposite sex, to having living facilities, nice facilities, and eating, sleeping, mating, and defending human beings. But that's not exactly samsara vasana. Samsara vasana means the foundational tendencies to be attracted to those sorts of things in terms of whatever particular body you have. In other words, if you have a male human body, then you'll be attracted to these things in male human ways. But if you have a female human body, there'll be some differences. Our battery is running out here. Our battery's running out. So like a dog. Dogs are attracted to eating, sleeping, and mating and defending in doggish ways, and cats in cattish ways, etc., etc. So the same basic principles of materialistic enjoyment, but in specific ways in terms of the species. So that the basic tendency that whatever species the living entity finds himself in, he's going to be attracted to eating, sleeping, mating, and defending. That's samsara vasana. Those are the fundamental, foundational types of attractions just locked up in material existence, and which manifest in different ways in the different species. So he's saying, Narottam Das is saying that these very fundamental propensities, when I've got the mercy of Lord Nityananda, I will be able to know, because I will see that those tendencies within me become tucca. Tucca means just so insignificant, you might as well say it's just not there. It's there, but it's just tiny, tiny fraction. Then I'll know I've got the mercy of Lord Nityananda. Vishaya Charya Kabe Shuddha Habe Mana Kabe Hamaheraba Sri Vrindavan. So now Vishaya means sense gratification. Yeah, so it's more specific. Eating, sleeping, mating, and defending. But as we know them at this point, not in that very broad sense of whatever species you're going to have those tendencies. But now, what am I attracted to now? That's Vishaya. So, Vishaya Charya Kabe Shuddha Habemon. So when will I become free from sense gratification and develop a purified mind? Kabe Hamaheraba, Sri Vrindavan. Only at that time will I be able to enter Vrindavan. Rupa Raghunatha Pade Hoibe Akuti, Kabe Hama Bujabase Yugala Priti. So praying, when will I get the mercy of Rupa and Raghunath? Because only at that time at that time, or only at that time, I will be able to understand and appreciate Yugala Purity means the conjugal loving affairs of Radha and Krishna. Rupa Raghunatha Pade Rahu Mor Asha. Prarthana Karoy Sada Naratamadas. So, to get the mercy of the lotus feet of Rupa and Raghunath, Mora Asha, that's my desire. Prarthana Karoye Sada, Naratam Das. Not just desire, but Sada means, you can say eternal, but in this context, like constant, it's just always there in my life. That is the constant prayer, prarthana, of Narottam Das. Hare Krishna. Srila Narottam Das Thakur Ki Jai. So what I'm thinking of doing, we'll see how it goes, is whenever we have a program like this, we can do one song which is, very well known amongst the devotees, and one other song which isn't so well known, but which is really nice. So here's the song of Lochan Das Thakur, Akroda Paramananda Nityananda Roy. Is it on the screen? Yeah? Can you read it? It's clear enough? Well, yes, fortunately the words are there after each verse. Let's just go through it quickly, get a basic idea. So yeah, this is a song by Lochan Das Thakur, who, after Krishna Das Kaviraj Goswami, who wrote Chaitanya Charitamrita, and Vrindavan Das Thakur, who wrote Chaitanya Bhagavat, Lochan Das Thakur is the devotee who wrote the next most important biography of Lord Chaitanya, which is available and has been translated by a few different ISKCON devotees. So it's called Chaitanya Mangala, and this song appears in it. Yeah, as part of the text of the book. It's interesting, actually, in Chaitanya Bhagavat particularly, you get but you get some songs, really amazing songs, which are just part of the text as you're reading through the book, but actually they're songs. So this is such a song. It's actually from Chaitanya Mangala, which is really a nice book, very, very interesting. And it's got a number of pastimes which are not in Chaitanya Charitamrita or Chaitanya Bhagavat. And as you see, it's all about Lord Nityananda, and it's really nice. Akroda. Akroda means not angry. He's never angry. Paramananda, but he's always in the supreme ecstasy. Nityananda Roy, actually Roy basically indicates sort of a royal or noble nature. Noble is probably the most suitable term. Just a very honorable, very merciful, very kind mood, noble. So let's go through quickly, just briefly, and I don't know, we'll see. Maybe afterwards we'll say a little bit more. So, Akroda Paramananda Nityananda Roy, Abhimana Shunya Nitai, Nagare Bedoy. The noble Lord Nityananda is never angry, for he is the personification of supreme transcendental bliss, completely free from any trace of pride. Lord Nitai wanders about the town. So Abhiman Shunya, Abhiman means pride, Shunya means zero. In fact, it's literally the word for zero in Sanskrit and North Indian languages. So he's just got zero pride. And Nagare, Nagar means the town. Bedai, he's just wandering around the town. So what's he doing wandering around the town? Adha patita jivya, dware dware giya, harinama mahamantra, deno bilai iya. Going from door to door, visiting the residences of the most fallen and wretched souls, he freely distributes the gift of the Harinam Mahamantra. You know, the thing is that, of course, the Sankirtan movement, it's Lord Chaitanya's movement. It's Lord Chaitanya's movement. But, and Lord Chaitanya, he spread the Sankirtan movement in Navadvip, beginning with the deliverance of the Chandkazi, with huge Sankirtan party. And then from that time on, while he was still in Navadvip, then they would go out every day all over the Navadvip area. Yes, and then he went to Puri just for a little while, but then he went to South India, and again he distributed the holy names. But when he came back, then he sent Lord Nityananda back. When he came back from South India, he sent Lord Nityananda back to Bengal. And Lord Nityananda went back. And Lord Nityananda, he really, really, really spread the Sankirtan movement. He established Namahata. And not just around Navadvip. Lord Chaitanya was just going around the Navadvip area. But Lord Nityananda went all over Bengal. He went into northern Orissa. Just huge spreading of the Sankirtan movement, and then establishing Namahatas. So therefore, Lord Nityananda's contribution to Lord Chaitanya's Sankirtan movement is really special. Right. Yare deka, tare kaha, Dante trinadore, amare kaniya loha, bajo gorahari. So, Yare deka tare kaha, famous line from Chaitanya Charitamrita. Yare deka, deka is to see. Tare kaha, kaha means to speak. So whoever he sees, whoever he speaks to. Anyway, the translation. While holding straw between his teeth, he says to whomever he sees, please purchase me by worshipping Lord Gorahari. That was his mood in distributing the Sankirtan movement. Eta boli Nityananda, Bhume Gadijai, Sonara Parvata Yeno, Dulate Lotai. Eta bole, speaking in this way, Lord Nityananda, Bhume Gadijai, rolls about on the ground. Sonara Parvat means, Sona means gold, Parvat, hill, mountain, looking like a golden mountain, tumbling in the dust. Dula means the dust. Heno avatare jara, rati na janmilo, lochan bole, se papi, elo ara gelo. Lochan Das says, whoever has not experienced the awakening of affection for such an avatar as this, that sinful person, say papi, that sinful person simply comes and goes uselessly in the cycle of repeated birth and death. As we go through, we'll go through some of the songs of Prarthana, and you'll see in many of them, Narottam Das, this is Lochan of course, but Narottam Das Thakur, he expresses extreme humility. Also, I think in Prarthana is Sri Rupa Manjari Pada, if I remember correctly. Now, okay, so now here, devotees, particularly Sri Harmonium Maharaj, the tune's a bit different. Just listen to this and see if you get it. It's very simple, but it's different. Akroda Paramananda Nityananda Rai, or maybe, okay. Abhimana Shunya Nitai Nagare Bedai Adama Patita Jive Dware Dware Kiya Harinama Mahamantra Deno Bilaiya. Do you think you can get that? Akroda Paramananda Nityananda Rai Abhimana Shunya Nitai Nagare Bedoi Akroda Paramananda Nityananda Rai Abhimana Shunya Nitai Nagare Bedoi Akroda Paramananda Nityananda Rai Abhimana Shunya Nitai Nagare Bedoi Akroda Paramananda Nityananda Rai Abhimana Shunya Nitai Nagare Bedoi Adamapatita Jiva Dware Dware Kiya Harinama Mahamantra Deno Bilaiya Adamapatita Jiva Dware Dware Kiya Harinama Mahamantra Deno Bilaiya Adamapatita Jiva Dware Dware Kiya Harinama Mahamantra Deno Bilaiya Adamapatita Jiva Dware Dware Kiya Harinama Mahamantra Deno Bilaiya Yare Deke Tare Kahe Dante Trinadori Hamare Kiniya Loho Bhaja Gora Hari Jare Deka Tare Kahe Dante Trinadori Hamare Kiniya Loho Bhaja Gora Hari Jare Deke Tare Kahe Dante Trinadori Amare kini aloha bajagora hari. Charideka tareka Dante trina dori. Amare kini aloha bajagora. Eto boli nityananda bhumegadi jai. Sonara parvata jeno dulate lotai. Etabali Nityananda Bhumegadi Jai. Sonara Parvata Jeno Dulate Lotai. Etabali Nityananda Bhumegadi Jai. Sonara Parvata Jeno Dulate Lotai. Megadi Jai. Sadara Parvata Jeno Dolante Lota. Heno Avatare Jara Ratena Janmila. Lochen Bole Se Papi Elo Aragela. Avatare Jara Ratena Janmila. Lochen Bole Se Papi Elo Aragela. Heno avatare jara ratina janmilo. Lochen bole se pape elo aragelo. Akroda paramananda nityananda rai. Abhimana shunya nitai nagare bidai. Akroda paramananda nityananda rai. Abhimana shunya nitai nagare bidai. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Nitai Gauranga, Nitai Gauranga. Nitai Gauranga, Nitai Gauranga. Nitai Gauranga, Nitai Gauranga. Jai Sachinandana, Jai Sachinandana.
Jai Sachinandana, Jai Sachinandana. Jai Sachinandana, Jai Sachinandana. Jai Sachinandana, Jai Sachinandana. Gora, Gora, Gora Hare. Gora, Gora, Gora Hare. Gora, Gora, Gora Hare. Gora, Gora, Gora Hare. Anitai Gauranga, Anitai Gauranga. Nitai Gauranga, Nitai Gauranga. Nitai Gauranga, Nitai Gauranga. Nitai Gauranga, Nitai Gauranga. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jai Gaura Nitai, Jai Gaura Nitai, Jai Gaura Nitai, Jai Gaura Nitai. Jai Gaura Nitai, Gaura Nitai, Gaura Nitai, Jai Gaura Nitai. Jai Gaura Nitai, Gaura Nitai, Gaura Nitai, Jai Gaura Nitai. Jai Jai Prabhupada, 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 Prabhupada. Jai Jai Prabhupada, 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 Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki. So let me just say a couple of words further about this. Just a very little. I mean, it's sort of self-explanatory, you could say. But the thing is this song's called Akroda Paramananda, Nityananda Roy. He's never angry. He's not angry, he's never angry. But of course we hear particularly it's a little bit actually in Chaitanya Charitamrita, but actually it's really in Chaitanya Bhagavat where it comes out in a few places, in a number of places very strongly, that Lord Nityananda appears to be very angry and saying he's going to beat people on the head and kick them in the head. Yeah, that's pretty dramatic. But Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati talks about this. Actually, Srila Bhaktisiddhanta did a whole translation with purports of the whole Chaitanya Bhagavat. And he makes the point that it may sound like Lord Nityananda's just, kind of losing his cool or something. But Srila Bhaktisiddhanta says this is simply the great mercy of Lord Nityananda, that these people who are not fit for anything of value, these people who decry Lord Nityananda and criticize him and so on, these people are just devoid of qualification and just full of disqualification. Lord Nityananda is so merciful that he will give them some dust from his lotus feet by kicking them. He's actually giving them some dust. And that dust from the lotus feet of Lord Nityananda, Lord Brahma, Lord Shiva, people like this, they'll just practically give their lives to get just a little scrap of dust from Lord Nityananda's lotus foot. But here he is with these rascals kicking them, giving them so much dust, so much mercy. And, I should have brought it out actually, but just so kind that it is not humanly possible to calculate the degree of kindness, of mercy of Lord Nityananda. It's just completely incalculable. So let me just see if I can find such an expression. I don't know. Anyway, maybe not. But, it's in Russian. Yeah, anyway, some of the time, we'll sing other songs about Lord Nityananda, certainly. and we can bring it out at that point in time. Well, let me just say, okay, listen to this. I'm sure many of you are familiar with it. Lord Nityananda is the first devotee of Lord Chaitanya. Lord Chaitanya's glories always stay on Lord Nityananda's tongue. Day and night, Lord Nityananda speaks about Lord Chaitanya. A person who worships Lord Nityananda attains devotion to Lord Chaitanya. Glory, glory to Lord Nityananda, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. By his mercy, the glories of Lord Chaitanya are openly manifested. By Lord Chaitanya's mercy, a person will love Lord Nityananda. One who knows the truth about Lord Nityananda does not meet calamity. A person who would cross to the farther shore of the ocean of repeated birth and death, and from that shore dive into the ocean of devotional service, should worship Lord Nityananda. Some say Nityananda is like Lord Balaram. Others say he is the abode of deep love for Lord Chaitanya. Why do they not say, according to their whims, that Lord Nityananda is a sannyasi or a devotee or a philosopher, or even that he has nothing to do with Lord Chaitanya? They may as well say these things. Still, I always keep Lord Nityananda's lotus feet carefully in my heart. When the sinners blaspheme Lord Nityananda, I kick their heads. Sometimes Lord Chaitanya's intimate associates seem to criticize Lord Nityananda. These criticisms should be seen as praises only. Pure and wise Vaishnavas see these words spoken in mock quarrels as only jests. Persons who, understanding this in a different way, criticize Lord Nityananda will perish. Persons who do not blaspheme Lord Nityananda and who stay on the path will certainly attain Lord Chaitanya. Will the day come when I will see Lord Chaitanya and Lord Nityananda, the two of them surrounded in the four directions by the great multitude of their devotees? Lord Nityananda is my absolute master. Taking shelter of him, I worship Lord Chaitanya. Birth after birth, may I study Srimad Bhagavatam with Lord Nityananda as my teacher. That is my desire. Glory, glory to Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. You can give me Lord Nityananda, or you can take him away from me. O Lord, please be merciful to me. I pray that you both will stay in my thoughts. Lord Nityananda is your great devotee. Unless you, Lord Chaitanya, give him, no one can attain him. Hare Krishna. Shri Nityananda Prabhu ki jai. Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu ki. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Go Premanande. Haribol devotees. Okay. Hare Krishna. No halava tonight. Sorry. See you tomorrow.